guys, as announced last Saturday, I will be doing a Q&A, so I have 10 most asked questions that you asked that I'm going to answer right now. I asked a couple of my friends if they could ask me the questions to make it more fun, so I hope you enjoy and get your answers that you want.
Why is it called My Thoughts?
The songs on the album are all based on my life or someone close to me, or they're literally my thoughts, so My Thoughts felt like the appropriate name to call the album.
How do you start when writing a song? Do you first start with the story or lyrics, or do you first write the melody? It always feels like there's a strong emotion or a personal experience behind your lyrics.
That's actually an interesting question, because I start all my songs in a different way. I do mostly start with the lyrics because I feel the need to write lyrics whenever I feel emotional, whether it's a positive emotion or a negative emotion. I just feel the need to write it down and turn it into a song. So whenever I have a lot of emotions or I'm thinking a lot about a certain subject or thing, I just write down all my thoughts and maybe even start the lyrics. I mostly start with the lyrics and then write down a few extra notes so that when I want to finish the song later on, that I can actually recall the entire situation, how I felt it at that moment. And then sometimes when I mess around with the lyrics, a melody comes to me, but other times I just sit behind a piano or a guitar and I just play a few chords after each other and then it comes to me. It's never the same.
How do you want me to send you my address for the CD?
All my patrons will get the CD for free, as they supported me while I was in the process of making the album and they helped me fund it. For everyone else, when my website goes live, there's a box which says music and merch. If you go there, you will see all my music and merch that I'm selling. Under the box with album, you will also see a form. If you fill in that form and do all the requirements, I will get a notification saying that you want to buy a CD. As soon as I get that, we will send out an invoice to you, and as soon as we've received the money, the album will be sent straight to you.
Who will be featured on the album?
I had the privilege to work with some amazing musicians. The album will feature Arturo Ramon, Steffie de Koning, Sylvie Karels, Andre Serbu, and contribution by Rick Benbow.
Is there gonna be any write-up on the songs on the album? Just wanted to know.
No, there's not going to be any write-up on the album. The album will be a wallet case. That means that there's no room for any write-up.
How long did it take you in total to get the entire album together?
There's not really a specific time schedule that we had to keep. I just got the idea last summer. In January, I asked the producer of this album, Arturo Ramon, if he wanted to produce the album with me. I think we produced a couple of tracks in January, February, but then in March he was constantly on tour, so we couldn't really work together. I did, however, continue recording the songs because I hadn't finished them all, and then in April we really did all of the tracks. We did a lot of producing in a short amount of time. Arturo did a lot of himself as well, which I'm super grateful for, and we made it!
What are the stories behind the songs?
As I write these songs about my life or someone really close to me, there's always a story behind every song. I've always written a song because I felt the need to write the lyrics down. For Jealousy, for example, that's the first track on the album. I'm literally telling the story of how it happened, but I wanted to give it a positive twist, so that's why in the bridge I tell you to always make sure that you resolve the fight and make them both your friend, because I just wanted it to have something happy in the song. The song Too Late has been published on YouTube not too long ago. It goes together with another song on the album called That Summer Evening. That Summer Evening was written when I was still in the relationship, and Too Late was written right after the breakup happened. Universal Language is one of the most positive songs on the album. I wrote this back when I was in Ecuador last December. I got to meet the daughter of the conductor of the orchestra, who's about 8, but she only spoke Spanish, obviously, but I can't speak a word of Spanish. So whenever we didn't have Wi-Fi, which was almost all the time, we couldn't talk. There was no way we could talk to each other and understand each other, but somehow we ended up having a great relationship. We have a great friendship, and I thought that was so beautiful, how you can create a friendship based on actions instead of words. And I thought it was so beautiful. I just wanted to write a song about it so badly, so I sat down and wrote the song.
Are you publishing the lyrics for each song on your website?
Yes, you can definitely download all the lyrics. So under the music and merch box that I was talking about, there will also be a box saying lyrics, and there will be a file. If you download that file, you will have all the lyrics to my songs on the album.
Are any other items going to be for sale beyond the t-shirt and the phone case that you mentioned?
There's definitely going to be more. I just didn't want to bore you in an announcement with 3 things, with all the things that I'm going to be selling for merch. There's a lot of stuff, from sweatshirts to pillows to blankets to socks, so there's gonna be a lot.
Can the album be pre-ordered?
Yes, you can! Since today, you can pre-save and pre-order my album everywhere. In the description down below, you will find the link for iTunes Music and for Spotify to pre-save and pre-order the album. Make sure to take a screenshot or a picture when you've pre-ordered or pre-saved the album and post them on social media and tag me. If you do so, I will be reposting those pictures. Well guys, those were the 10 most asked questions. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you know a bit more about the album. Don't forget to pre-save or pre-order the album and post screenshots about them, because I'm really excited for you all to hear this album. And yeah, 7 days and counting.